it appears that Shady has decided to at least take the early part of today off, if I am not mistaken. So I guess I was just, I don't know why he's here.
They got tissue and everything.
Not the Reaper.
Back through everything. I look crazy on TV. Like, what do you do? I gotta go to the show. I gotta call you back, though. It's like a funeral right now. I'll be back. Love you too, Mom. Yeah, I don't, man.
What's up, man?
Oh, no.
Hey.
Thanks a lot, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I know.
Reaper is lurking.
Squeeze tight. I know, bro. I know. You gonna get through it.
Not yet.
You gonna get through it.
All right, Shady.
You gonna get through it.
It's love, Joey. Come on.
You gonna get through it. You gonna get through it, man.
Sorry.
No, not me. That's all good. I know that's the tough love. That's the tough love.
Hey, you made it through 100% of your bad days, big dog. You made it through 100% of your bad days.
Only thing about this thing is,
What happened?
Rocky's been there.
Yeah, he has. He's been there. He has.
Knocked down.
If Rocky can make it, 2-5 can make it. I'm glad you made it to the show, man.
It's close to like the funeral. It's like a funeral.
I'm glad.
That's how I feel. I couldn't sleep last night. I couldn't think last night. I couldn't even eat last night.
I slept like a baby.
Did you?
Well, you see he's wearing his very specific colors today.
Let's make him easily accessible, big dog. Let's make him easily accessible. Just gotta make sure.
To be honest, man, I don't know what I would say today. You know, and just
You'll find words.
He will. He will. He will.
You don't have to be that loud.
if anybody out there, if you care and you love me, give me a call.
Yeah.
Encouraging words, something.
Yeah.
'Cause if not, I gotta deal with this all day.
Oh, well, Shady, you can take time to find words because, James, I actually want to ask you first, big dog.
Okay.
Cowboys dominated the Eagles yesterday.
Yeah.
How much trouble are Shady's Eagles in?
Yeah.
He couldn't sleep, right?
Nah.
Because they in big trouble. And I said last week, it does not change overnight. I've been in this situation before to where I'm on really bad football teams and we're like, oh, we're going to play good this week.
Yep.
Or I'm on really good football teams not playing well and we finally going to flip the switch and turn around. It does not happen like that. And all season long, the Philadelphia Eagles have been playing inconsistent bad football. It is not flipping a switch and you all of a sudden finna play good football against good football teams. Yeah. You know, you go against the Niners and you lay an egg offensively. You do not put no points up. Then you come in Dallas and you scored 6 points on the offensive side of the ball. Your offensive coordinator had no creativity. It was just line up in 3 wide. Let's go try to win, right? That's not football these days now. You see Andy Reid, you see Cal Shanahan, you see Mike McDaniels. All these coaches with really good players and really good quarterbacks are still designing plays to help their quarterback out and make smart decisions. You don't see that with Philly. This team is in big trouble. They're not playing well offensively. They're not playing well defensively. You know, Dak Prescott went up and down the football field all game long. 1 punt. He had 0 punts against the Seahawks, and he said, you know, at least we'll let you work today, punter, right? And had 1 punt, but they're just not playing good football, and this is big trouble because it does not happen overnight, and they're not going to flip the switch and just ball out and play lights out against the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, Seattle was not looking so easy coming up next week at all. It looks like trouble. It does. And James outlined a lot of it, but there's some other concerns as well. When I think of Philadelphia, I don't think of a team that's not physical.
Yeah.
And when I think of the Cowboys, as great as they are, physical isn't the first word that comes to mind. I mean, finesse, offense, super talented defense, going to take the ball away. Those fumbles yesterday were forced fumbles. That was physicality that caused that. It wasn't just sometimes you have a bad game, you can't just drop on the ball. That's not what that was. That was physicality. And we know that the Niners are physical, so this is now a pattern. What's happening with the Eagles and what's so concerning about it is not only are you tying together bad performance after bad performance, and everyone's on the defense right now, which I understand, but man, how much energy is the defense supposed to have? They're always out there. The offense is giving you nothing. Man. Of course the defense is going to they looked tired yesterday, and despite the fact that they've been struggling, they still managed to make plays. They made a huge play to get you back in the game. Yeah. So I can't even really lay this at the feet of the defense. They look like a different team. And if you look at their split from before the bye to right now, that's what's most concerning. They were 8-1 weeks 1 through 9, 2-2 since the bye, and they have gone down in every statistical category since the bye. They're trending in the wrong direction at the time of the year when you want to be playing your best football, and you just had 2 opponents, 2 of who are the best in the conference and arguably the best in the league, and you looked bad against both of them.
Yeah.
2-5. You've had about 5 minutes to gather yourself.
Yeah.
About 5 minutes to gather yourself. How much trouble are your Eagles in, big dog?
Yeah, we in trouble. You ever she ever break up with you just feel it the next day?
Yeah.
It's that feeling right now.
Not that one.
I thought we was in big trouble, but it's really medium trouble. We in trouble, though. We definitely in trouble. Like, we thought that we can't try to get to the top of the water. We here, but we not drowning yet.
Okay.
If we win our next 4 games, we will win the NFC East.
That's facts.
That's truth.
That's facts.
Another thing is, look at all the schedules. We have the easiest schedule remaining.
True.
Right? We got the Cardinals, Seahawks, Giants, and Giants. We need them games bad.
Yeah, you do, because they might be saying the same about y'all.
The reason why we are in medium trouble is because a lot of things that you said,
Yeah.
There's no creativity with the offense. We're so used to just getting it done with Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, with Swift, with Devontae Smith. We need some creativity, right? And as I look at the team, even on defense, let me go to defense first, then we'll go to offense.
Please do.
They can't stop nobody. I'm used to the Eagles being bullies. We didn't show none of that. Now, in the second half, we kind of slowed it down. We made them take some field goals. But on offense, we didn't score any touchdowns. No points, Joy. None. And as I watch the game, it looks like the Cowboys are a better team, a more physical team, a more confident team. We didn't deserve to be on the same field as the Cowboys today.
Oh, talk to him.
I'm just keeping it real. You
got
this has hurt me talking about this. And Dak Prescott, I gotta give him some credit.
Come on now.
The boy playing.
He playing.
The boy is playing.
my ears.
And we build up
Got his
his
own
confidence
money.
more and more and more. Like the small things I think that we do well, we're not doing. How are we not getting Swift involved? Okay, he gets stopped 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4. Keep going. That's what football's about.
Yep.
So I don't know where to go with this, man. We couldn't stop him on defense. Offense, we couldn't do nothing. Where do we go from here? I'm just hoping that these next 4 games, weaker opponents, that we gain some confidence. Maybe we go to the drawing board. You know what? Let's make this game a little easier. I had a chance to go to the 49ers game, right, in the locker room everywhere. I was with Frank Gore, so, opening all doors up. As talking to the owners, the GMs, I'm talking to everybody, and the way they play the game, Brock Purdy's a young quarterback. He's not experienced like Jalen Hurts. But the thing is, they make it easier on us.
Yeah.
So many different motions, bunch splits,
Yep.
everything, cover 3, everything you want to do, and when the defense is trying to design their whatever their coverage is, when you out of motion, it helps it out.
Yeah.
Where Jalen Hurts, we don't give him the opportunity. So we in medium trouble. I got to deal with this all day. I don't know what to say.
Every team for the rest of time is going to try to do what the Niners did. The question is, can they do it? The Cowboys could do it because the Cowboys found enough pieces. Ferguson, Kittle, Kevontae Turpin, Debo, Tony Pollard, Debo. Okay, if you mix Pollard and you mix Turpin, you got a little bit of Debo in there. Eagles are in trouble until they fix that issue, and they didn't fix it yesterday. James, you talk about the coordinators. Why do you bring them up so much?
I bring them up because when you look around the league, you look at Tua, you look at Brock Purdy, you look at Pat Mahomes, the greatest quarterback in the league right now. Andy Reid don't just say, line up and play Patrick Mahomes, line up and play Brock Purdy, line up and play Tua. No, right? We are going to design some of these plays up, and we are going to scheme the defense. We are going to make sure that Jalen Hurts knows that if it's cover 3 and we in this bunch set, these are your reads right here. You don't like none of them, now use your legs. This is one of the best dual threat quarterbacks we have in the league, and they're not utilizing them in the right way. All game long, the Niners game, the Cowboys game, they lined up in 3 wide receivers.
Yep.
We better than you, right? And you know what these other teams did is we got good corners, we got good safeties, we got a good pass rush. And yes, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown may win every now and then, right? But you have to help them out with being creative too so they can catch this ball in space and do what they do best after the catch, right? Every time these dudes caught the ball was 0 after the catch yardage because it's tough one-on-one throws, and Jalen Hurts has to put this ball in certain spots. You're not helping them, right? So if they don't get creative, it's going to be an early – they get into the playoffs, we know that.
Of course.
But if they don't get creative and be able to help Jalen Hurts in these pass catchers and run the football, it's going to be an early exit in the playoffs for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Shady, why are you shaking your head, big dog?
It was a long night, bro.
Joy did the best.
I lost a lot of money, Acho. All right?
Yeah.
A lot of people hit my bet. A lot of people. Ex-Cowboys,
bet me.
current
At least
Cowboys.
you didn't bet me.
Yeah.
Stephon Gilmore out there to text me this morning going to say, stop playing, Shady. You know how I get down? I said, Yeah, I remember that.
He was
Bad day,
unbelievable
man.
last night.
Did the best team win, Joy Taylor? Obviously, the Eagles have been great for 2 years consecutively.
Yeah.
Cowboys, they are starting to emerge even more so this year. Last year, the Cowboys were still very good by record. Did the best team win?
Yeah, absolutely. Dallas is playing better football right now.
Mm-hmm.
They answered the question. We've all had questions about them all year, and they just keep answering the questions. And they did it again last night. This is the best win of the season against the best team that they played this season and gotten a win against. And they look brilliant from the entire game. Even the strip fumble.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't know a whole lot of people that can hold on to a ball when Fletcher Cox is hanging on top of you. So I don't know how many bicep curls you can do to surpass that. I'm not even counting that against them. They were unbelievable all game. Stephon Gilmore was absolutely brilliant. Everyone played at a high level from start to finish. It never felt like the Eagles were in the game, even with that touchdown from the defense. Yeah. They were in control. Dak is playing the best football of his career. Everybody looks great. Give some love to Mike McCarthy. There's a lot of questions about Mike McCarthy all the time. I mean, you have to. It can't be his fault when they're playing bad and he doesn't get some credit when they're playing well. Like Dak Prescott is playing the best football of his career. We all agree, right? Yep. And Mike McCarthy is in control of that. He took that over. It took a huge risk because if they were failing, it was going to be at his feet, and they're not. Yep. So he deserves some credit as well. They're playing complete football. That's really what the Cowboys are doing right now. Every phase of this game, they're playing at a high level. Special teams was great yesterday. They've been great. The defense, obviously, we knew was great last year. They've been great this year. Everyone stepped up, and Dak Prescott and the offense are firing on all cylinders. They look completely in control of that game.
And she's right. Like, they look better than the Eagles on every level. Yep. Special teams, defense, and offense. But my thing is, I feel like we had leadership. I feel like we had veterans. I feel like we had Super Bowl champions. DNA, because we have them there on the team. But I look at the body language. Sometimes you can't, I'm not in the locker room, right? So I don't know what's being said in the huddle. I don't know what the coach is trying to show them on the iPad. But one thing I can see, what's up? Like his body language. He got bad body language, right? It's a lot of tension right here. Yeah. But where was the body language at? Like, what are we doing? And I look at Jalen Hurts, it's like he looks lost over there on the bench. I don't know what to do. A.J. Brown, right? I know we get frustrated when things are not going well, when we slam helmets, we pissed off. It's like, what are we doing? Everybody looks lost over there, even the coaches. Yeah. So my thing is this, we are in trouble. Yeah. And I can be optimistic and say that I think we do have the leadership. To get us passes, but the best thing about this whole thing is always a positive and a negative. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this. It was ugly yesterday. It was ugly last week, too. It's been ugly a lot lately. It's been gloomy. It's been dark. It's been ugly out. Yes. But the sun's coming out, though. We got 2 Giants to play, right? We know how bad they are. Yeah. We got a little man with the Cardinals. They bad, too. What was the last one? We got one more bad team.
The Seahawks.
I watched them play this weekend. They don't let the score fool y'all. Yeah. I mean, the Irish blew them dudes out, but they didn't. But they won.
Yes, they did.
In control. Mm-hmm. So we got 4 games we can win. Sure. And that's going to build confidence. Sure. Right now, the Cowboys, they playing with confidence.
Yeah. The reason shaded over to me, and I apologize for what I'm going to say in advance, it will not be kind. It won't be kind at all, but it's honest. And as your friend, you deserve honesty. The reason the Eagles are in so much trouble, and the reason that the Cowboys are obviously the better team, is because this year's Eagles is a knockoff version of last year's Eagles.
A knockoff.
It's like Sierra Mist to Sprite, RC Cola to Coke. It's a knockoff version. What position group on this year's Eagles is better than last year's Eagles? Offensive line's not as good. Defensive line, surely not as good. Linebacking core, let's not even talk about it. Safeties, don't forget, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson led the league in interceptions until he got hurt. Not to mention, Epps, who went to the Raiders, was also a really good player. Safety's not as good. Quarterbacks are older, but shout out Darius Slay for still trying to hold it down. Running back room in totality, as far as the way they're being used, not as good. Wide receiving core is the same. A.J. Brown's probably going to be second-team All-Pro this year. He was second-team All-Pro last year. And Jalen Hurts is not the Jalen Hurts of last year. This year's Eagles is a knockoff version of last year's Eagles. Like you look at that Chrysler 300 until that Rolls Phantom pulls up.
There it is.
It looks similar until the cop pulls up.
Right now.
Well, the reason I'm really thinking about it, and I'm like, the reason the Eagles aren't playing that well is because they don't have the same talent that they had.
But through the first 10 games of the season, they were beating these other teams. They were winning. So the talent is there, the leadership is there, and they were winning these games and winning and beating good teams. Right. So it's not that the DNA isn't there, to Shady's point. It's that it's not coming together, and since the bye, it's been steadily falling apart. To me, not to derail everything here, but to me, while the defense has been struggling, it's more on the offense to me. They don't look the same. And it's like, how much are you going to blame a defense when they're getting stops and you're not scoring?
Here's how I'll blame it.
And another thing is, like, and I hear what you're saying about we might not look the same as far as talent-wise, right?
They don't.
Right? But some of this is more effort. Some of this is more like fundamentals. Like protect the football.
Of course.
I ran with the ball as you can find any player. I'm out here with it, but I'm protecting that thing when I get tight. We had three fumbles.
Three of them. In their territory.
You can't do that.
The three best players.
But what I'm telling you is, so when you say that we're not as good as we were last year, talented, that's cool. I don't even want to argue against you about that. If you believe that, cool. But I'm talking about fundamentals. When I watch the game, I'm saying, are we disciplined? The linebackers, your freaking three tech is taking up the guard in the center. Why are you not coming downhill? But here's catching the ball. Why are you not protecting the ball?
That's
fundamentals, Acho. That's fundamentals, bro.
It's both. I think a lack of talent sometimes can expose your fundamentals. So I'm not disagreeing with y'all at all. Now, the reason I'll put it on the defense, and obviously I'm a defensive player, so I'm biased, but at the point in which for 10 consecutive possessions, the opposing offense gets 9 touchdowns and 1 field goal, I can't blame the offense. The Niners' last 6 possessions, touchdown, 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 end of game. Yeah. Cowboys' first few possessions, touchdown, field goal, touchdown.
But how long is the offense on the field?
That too, but what about in the second half with the defense, even though they weren't stopping them completely, but they gave them field goals.
But that's where
compared to
but like we've talked about, we got into way long arguments about this earlier. At the point in which you were already ahead, you're changing your philosophy. But two, the pushback I have even with defense on the field is, get the hell off the field. Yeah. Nobody told y'all to stay on the field.
No doubt.
It's 3rd and 1. Get off the field. It's 2nd and 4. Yeah. Get a setback.
Yeah,
get off the field.
No. That sounds good, but like you've been there where if you play defense.
Of course.
If your offense ain't give you nothing, punt up again. You're like, oh man, punt up again. So now our starters, right?
Sure.
Fletcher Cox, Jalen Carter, they're not going back in the second drive. So now the backup is going in.
But that's not the case. Remember the Eagles' first offensive possession, a long possession. Jalen Hurts fumbled. That was rest.
Okay.
Remember the fumble by Devontae Adams, another lengthy possession. The fumble by A.J. Brown. The Eagles weren't 3 and out.
But they killed the momentum though. When you think that your team about to get that's like on defense, right? Or not defense, but on offense. You drive all the way up the field and you don't get no points.
Yeah.
The offense is pissed off. What you think the defense is?
Of course.
Oh, here they go again.
So it's 2 things right here, because we see what we're fighting over, right? Defense, offense. That's signs of not a good football team. The defense is the worst in the National Football League on 3rd down. So your offense ain't scoring no points. Your defense is the worst in the National Football League, 32.
Ugh.
In the National Football League on 32, Shady. So which means they not getting off the field. At one point in this possession, they are going to give up 3 of 7. They are the worst in the National Football League, right? And then on the offensive side of the ball, you're not moving the football. And then when you do move in the football in the last 2 weeks, you getting field goals, right? We are fighting about the offense needs to step up. We're fighting about the defense needs to step up. This football team has not been playing good football, and y'all 3 look surprised. This how they've been playing all season long. They just been finding ways to win, Shady. They've just been finding ways to win. The defense ain't played lights out all season. The offense has been struggling at parts of the season. Jalen Hurts has been struggling parts of the season. Like, they just have not been playing consistent football, and it's catching them.
It caught them. It's not catching them. It caught them
these last 2 weeks. And like I said, I don't know if you're flipping the switch and saying, AJ, let's go. Devontae, let's go. Swift, let's go.
It's
going to be tough. They in trouble.
At the end of the day, right? We're 10-3, bro.
You are.
No doubt.
So as much as it hurts. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. We are 10-3 still.
You are, Shady.
But Shady, let's do this. I need you to put on your goggles and go beneath the layer. Because that's cute, but let me tell y'all something at home that might startle you. The Cowboys are 10-3. They have a plus 188 point differential. The Niners are 10-3. They have a plus 175 point differential. The Ravens are 10-3. They have a plus 145 point differential. The Eagles are 10-3. They have a plus 21 point differential. For context, the Saints are 6-7 and have a plus 24 point differential. Okay. Y'all are 10-3. The Eagles are 10-3, but not all 10-3s are created the same. You know that better than I know that. Not all 6 and 7s are created the same. Not all 7 and 6s are created the same.
Well, I'll just say this. Then that's you did some research on that, so I respect that. But any of them teams can lose, right? No matter what the points difference is. Any teams can lose, right? Yeah. I got one thing to say though, man.
So, big dog.
Hey, bro, bygones be bygones.
Oh, no.
We can't be.
Hey.
All right.
It's tough. It's tough on them boys, man.
MVP, we still can't.
Talking.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.